Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the latest edition of Lowdown Entertainment. I'm your host, Joe Adams, along with my buddy, Mr. Bear Schlosser. How you doing tonight, Bear?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm freaking fabulous today, man.
Good.
You should be really happy, too. We have a very special guest on to you. Very, very special. Special to me as well.
My whole life.
And his.
Yes.
And his.
Yeah. It's my son, Anthony, obviously, but he got a win in the 600 micro this week, and it's been a week like we haven't had in 14 years. I haven't had the feeling when you see people and they call and then they text and, hey, congrats, it means a lot.
It does.
It's pretty cool.
Now, as a father, we had the moms on here just a couple weeks ago, and now let's get a father's perspective of this here. Were you losing your mind, or were you pretty calm?
I just want to make sure we're live. There we are. Was I pretty calm? Let's see. Okay, so let's start from the beginning, and he'll tell you the story too. He got up in the morning and he texted me and he said, "Man, I'm feeling it today."
Right.
And this is only our third race out. First one was not great. We had issues. He was just getting comfortable in the car. He made a lot of changes. He's more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Kutztown. He ran okay, and then the car shut off. Well, he figured out why, and now he wakes up and he's like, "Man, I'm feeling good." So we get to Hamlin, draws a good number, starts third in the heat. Like, went out for warm-ups, and I'm like, "Phew, car looks good. There's no shit.
Looks good, feels good, everything's good."
He went out in the heat, went third to first in 2 or 3 laps, and I'm like, he was gone. And I'm like, whoa, this is really good.
I love racing.
And then I'm thinking, maybe we're top 5.
Yeah.
I didn't see the other heat race, whatever. 19 cars.
Not to disparage your son. You're just being realistic. This is the third race in 14 years. And it's actually a new class for your son, too. It's not even.
There is my son.
And there he just rolled in. It's not even a form of race car that he has driven before. He's totally new to this.
Right. So then he goes out for the feature, and they start heads up. He started on the pole, and it was just caution and caution and caution. I'm like, Christ sakes. And I'm thinking, oh, we're pretty good. And this dude that started like 16th, he's the track point guy, because he broke in the heat. He's coming through. He was like up to second. And like he started to show him a nose, and I didn't watch the last 2 laps. Well, here this guy, I don't know if he broke or spun on the last lap, but he took the checkers, and I was like, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But then the car broke on the cool down lap. We had to get towed to victory lane.
Well, you're still going to victory lane.
That's right. We'll take it however we got there. We got there.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No, we have a pretty amazing show here tonight, and before I get into too much here, when I was at Clyde Martin Saturday night during the 40-lap feature event there, I saw 2 moms up on the hill in the right by the pit area there, and there was a caution or a red at the time, and I'm not going to mention their names because I don't want to embarrass them or anything like that. I went over to them and said, "How are you ladies holding up?" And they're both chain smoking, and they're going, not good. But it's tough when you're a parent and you're watching your offspring ripping around out there.
It's the same. I mean, racing maybe is different a little bit, but like, when he played football, I was a psychotic father. And when Courtney played soccer and Tyler played flags, no matter what your kid's participating in, you should be heavily involved.
Absolutely. Agree 100%.
I got to give a shout out to all the people in their garages right now watching.
Yes.
And listening and working on their cars.
We so appreciate you.
Yeah. We know you're tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
So who do we got tonight? We got Anthony.
Yeah, we have Anthony. Schlosser White is in the house. We're going to get to him momentarily so we can talk about his win. Going to do a little recap of the East Coast Transponders Nationals from this past weekend.
Did a nice job on that, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I know you were heavily involved, and those dudes were great to work with.
Oh, man, I tell you what, they're amazing.
Just the feedback I heard about all the LDE shout-outs and appreciation, that was all you.
Yeah, it was.
Good job.
Well, I didn't do anything. Also, I wanted a good game ass pat, but I guess I'll take a shoulder. Now we're cooking with gas. Thank you. Also, we're going to have Nick Philman on here tonight, who representing Hyper Racing, and we're going to talk about, this is kind of our preview show of the 600 Speed Week show coming up here next week. 7 7 races in 7 days, 7 different tracks.
My buddy Chris Perry's tuned in.
Chris Perry in the house. We love to see Chris. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, big. I got a question for Nick then too, and we'll ask him later. But what's the exhaustion factor like?
Oh, it's
for him
brutal.
And the teams.
Yes,
because he runs around like a monkey effing football too.
I know it's a long, grueling week. It's an awesome week. A lot of money on the line. Bear and I have said this many times. We love small car racing, and small car racing doesn't get a whole lot of love with the media. So that's what we're here for. We'll give you guys some love. We appreciate what you guys are doing out there. And a 600 wingless show is usually not disappointing. You know what I'm saying? It's usually some really, really good racing, because I certainly saw a lot of it Friday and Saturday for sure.
64 cars?
63 both nights. Car count, in my opinion, Friday 63 I think was pretty spot on. I was hoping to get another 10 for Saturday. It is in its inaugural state. This race. It's the first time. And July 4th weekend, were people on vacation?
Pros and cons, right?
It is. It's a push pull give take. So what are you going to do? I mean, but everybody did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
But
and you ordered really nice weather.
The weather was spectacular.
Not like last night.
No. How many tornado warnings have you had on your phone in the past couple of weeks? It's been insane, bro.
Too many.
Yeah, way too many. Yeah, speaking of the weather, this goes back all the way to Wednesday at Shellhammer's dirt track. They ran their Golden Hammer. We had great weather for that. And awesome show again at the Hammer, as always. Had a bunch of new faces in the pits there running around. And you had some awesome drone work done.
Thanks.
It was so
I love
cool.
flying that thing.
Oh my God, it was. You put the YouTube video out today on Lowdown Entertainment YouTube channel, so it's a great job. It is neat stuff.
Brenda likes it. That's all I care.
Exactly.
How
cool is it to work with Dave and Brenda? They're the nicest people. They really are.
They're the best.
They really, really are. The only disappointing thing was, you put a GoPro on Geezer's car for hot laps.
Yeah, it's now a GoPro version 1.
It's outdated by now, by the way. So that show was 8 days ago. He's still running his second lap of time trial. So you're not, the battery's probably dead by now. So it's not going to be good footage.
Yeah. He tries. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's not bad for
Ryan Whitby Whitman, my man.
Looking very man, pretty brothers. What's up with the clam bake?
Oh, good
game ass Pat. Whip. We love you, man. We miss you so bad. I hope to see you very soon sometime. Chris wants to know if anybody going to Linda's tomorrow.
We have a big show tomorrow night at Snydersville.
We're kind of jammed up tomorrow.
Come up to Snydersville, bud. Bring the family. It's a cool little place. I know it's a hall. He's like in the Palmyra area, I think.
Yeah, that's a tote for him.
Yeah.
So let me just touch upon some of the stuff that I got to witness here Friday and Saturday at Clyde Memorial Speedway. And see that small layout? He wonders why. He wonders why I chop on him all the time. He does ask for it. First and foremost, thank you to all the sponsors, all the fans, all the racers that come out Friday and Saturday in support of the East Coast Transponders Nationals. Huge shout out to Tim West, Julie Sechrist, Kenny Groff, Nicole Martin, Chris Snyder, and Tim Bortz and Casey Kreider from the track. This was an amazing group of people to work with. I've worked with other promoters on doing some stuff, and this group of people is really special. It's I told these guys, if you guys want to do this again next year or do anything else in the promotional field at all, and you want me to be around and help you guys out, I'm 152% in, man, because they're just really, really good people. There was a lot of cool things. Everybody has results. I don't need, Rupert won. Rupert was dominant all, Friday and Saturday.
I didn't see it, but it looked like he was lights out.
Yeah, Alex was just phenomenal. There was a late race caution with about 7 to go, and they dropped the green, and probably within a lap he had about 10 or 12 car lead. The kid's just hooked up, man. He's just amazing.
There was a video on, I guess yesterday or today, of him coming down the straightaway, hitting the chip and just launching it through the turn.
Smooth as silk.
It was like the tuners whoever tunes his engine should use that as their model.
Well,
because it was like just singing.
Yeah, and Lanco's tricky. Lanco's really tricky. I had about a 5-minute conversation with Matt Warner in between shows on Saturday, and he was kind of battling back and forth a little bit about gear. He wasn't sure, which way he was going to go. And it really is a tough track to tame. And I told Tim Bortz, I said, your moniker for the track should be the track too tough to tame, because it is. And he kind of laughed at that. But the things that this team has put together for that show, somebody posted, because Tim and team put out a lot of thank yous to everybody, and somebody posted it wasn't just a race, it was more like an event, and I couldn't agree with that statement more.
That's good. That's a good statement.
A huge statement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool little things. The 3-wide salute with the flags tied onto the back of the car during the national anthem. The young lady, and pardon me, I'm so sorry, I do not remember the young lady's name. I think she was 13, did a phenomenal job belting out our nation song, and just having those guys come around. Friday was really cool. We were under the gun a little bit because Tim's car with the Springer kit in it had a little issue in hot laps with the left front. Oh. It decided to leave the chat.
Oh no.
Yeah. Left front left the chat.
It's not that important.
So they're scrambling around. The left front brake rotor was bent and twisted like a freaking pretzel. So like, what are we going to do here? Are we going to do 2 cars, or should I pick another car? What's going on? And they're thrashing.
Oh, that was the car for the national anthem.
Was the car for the national anthem. So they got out there, did their thing. Saturday night was even cool. I didn't even know that they were going to do it. They kind of surprised everybody with it. But Friday night, they just kind of putted around for the entire song, and then just at the end, just kind of revved it up a little bit, pulled into the pits. Saturday night, they did the same thing, but at the end, they all dumped it and gassed it and ran like 2 hot laps with the flags flying. It was so cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that was done for this show, they lined up the drivers at the top, like on the backside of the bleachers, and they called them down one by one from last place to first place.
Oh, nice.
To start the feature. We all 4 of us, Tim and Kenny and Julie and myself, shook everybody's hand. And
it means a lot.
Here's the most impressive thing. I'm going to say probably 70% of all the hands that I shook as they were going out to the car said, man, I really appreciate what you guys are doing here.
Very nice.
It is just, what an awesome feeling.
Yeah. And the recognition is good.
Just the amount of people that come up to me, even in the pits, and even track staff after the races Saturday night. Man, we really appreciate what you guys did. So, again, hats off to those guys. Is it going to happen again next year? I'm not so sure. I really don't know. We were kidding each other all weekend about whether it was going to happen or not, but it's totally up to them. And like I said, if they want to do it, I'm completely on board, and I would love to help them out again. So It's really cool.
Good deal.
So also this weekend, I want to do 2 shout outs. Trisha Conley picked up a win this weekend. Yesterday was her birthday. So huge shout out to her.
Yep.
And what is the deal with this Colin Cox fella? This kid's amazing.
I guess nobody told him he should start on the front row. He likes to start
He likes starting deep.
Just smoke through 20 cars that are shot.
Oh, speaking of starting deep, I got Gunner P.O. I got to get 26th to 2nd Saturday night.
Dang. That's impressive.
A little bit.
How many laps was that race?
That was 40.
40?
Yeah, the finale was 40.
26 to 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
The kid's phenomenal.
Are you sure Colin Cox wasn't in that car?
He may have been. I got to meet Mrs. P.O., and she is a freaking piece of work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I could get in a lot of trouble with her.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, seriously. She was a lot of fun. Her son is only 15 years old.
He's a heck of a wheel man.
He is. He's got a long career ahead of him. Peyton, hello. Thanks for tuning in. Zoe, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Peyton says, too, awesome kid Colin is. Yeah, he is a nice kid.
Wheel man.
You know what I think it is? I'm not taking anything away from Colin. It's got to be Richie Rich helping on the car.
Richie Rich on the wrenches.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Our old co-host from a couple of years ago.
It's kind of cool that Richie got the wrench on Colin's father's car and now on the kid's car.
Generational.
And Dad was pretty darn good, too.
Yeah, Tad was awesome.
Yeah.
And you know,
awesome.
Colin keeps the car looking pretty similar to what Dad had.
And pristine, clean.
Always nice.
Spotless.
Always nice. So hats off to those guys, man. What does Peyton say here? Gavin Krupp came from the back to win a big diamond. Well, congratulations to Gavin Krupp.
I don't see that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we don't always see everything in chat. As always, we always encourage our listeners to chime in there, chat us up, say hi, give us the finger, tell us we suck. Have any questions for any guests? Whatever you want to do, reach out. You guys make this a real deal.
I want to give a little shout out.
Please do.
Last night on Lowdown Entrapment Live, we had live Tyler's Racing Roundup right after the Wide Open Wednesday.
Wide Open Wednesday.
And Fred Fletcher.
Wide Open Wednesday from 6 to 7. Cool. And then 7:30, Tyler picks it up. This, and you know this
was more our mission.
This was my dream that you made a reality and that everybody's stepping up. Peyton did a live, I believe it was
the day before.
Right. And these guys are crushing it. And these guys are crushing it. And
it's so cool to go to the Lowdown Entertainment page and it's live.
It's there.
And it's not us.
No.
I like that.
It is dope, bro. It is dope. Yeah, these guys are doing amazing. And I had a long chat with Nicky Leach today, and he's going to help us get some commercial stuff together and stuff too.
Yeah, we're gonna be working with them.
Gary Lurch in the house.
Get to work, man.
Yeah, we got stuff to do tomorrow night, Gary.
Here's a fun fact: my son's gonna be racing Gary's car tomorrow night at Snydersville.
Solid.
Yep. So we appreciate that. Hopefully you don't stink.
No, I'm sure he won't.
PA Speed Weeks was last week. Tyler covered that heavily.
He did.
I just got one note here.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Tyler Walker, who cares? That's my opinion.
Okay, here's a scoop, here's a skinny, here's what's happening, here's what's going on with that. From my opinion, I'm sick of hearing the name. Every time I opened up social media, it was there.
That's all I want to talk about.
God bless him for getting himself cleaned up.
Yes.
And getting it going, because addiction is no joke. And it is a very, very serious matter. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I am happy that he is thriving right now.
Agreed.
And I continue to wish him success and that he keeps on thriving. Mm-hmm. But man, people beat him like a dead horse last week, man.
He's just another competitor at PA Speed Week.
That's all he is. And there's a lot.
A good one.
There's no. So he was not a factor. So, again, keep doing what you're doing, Tyler. But
stay clean, man.
Yeah. What's the deal with the guy that had the stroke? I mean, he talks with the mouth hanging. What is the deal with that guy? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
Man,
where are we at?
On social media. I don't know what the heck his name is. I saw a little reel of him. His stuff pops up on my feed for some reason, and I don't follow him. And he's giving Danny Dietrich the finger, from the grandstands, because that means a lot.
Yeah, it's a Glenna Henry move.
Solid.
Hey,
I can't think. Chaz.
Oh, Chaz.
Chaz. Yeah.
I don't know him.
I don't either.
Oh,
he seems fun.
Yeah.
We should get him on the show.
Sure.
I'll tell him that he seems fun.
Absolutely.
I'm not scared.
So, little preview tomorrow.
Yeah, what do we have going on here tomorrow night? Hit me with the horns, 20.
So, Lowdown Entertainment is sponsoring the L&L Mini Mod Madness show at Snydersville.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 2 heats, no matter how many cars show up. Top 3 in each heat will grab an Inferno Armor board off of the front stretch, flip it over to see where they start in the Inferno Armor dash.
Very nice.
The recipient of that dash will receive a very nice package deal from Inferno Armor. Guess what the dash means? Nothing.
Okay.
Because the winner of the dash then gets to pick the invert for the field.
Oh, that's his sole job.
And guess what? It's more than the number of dash cars.
Oh.
Yeah.
You being tricky.
Yeah. And then there's going to be 25 lap feature and lots of extra money on the line. We had some other people step up and add money to the purse, which is really cool. I really appreciate that.
We have a cool gift too.
And we have a pretty good trophy for the end result, for the winner.
It's totally different from anything that you'd expect.
Yeah. So pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. And we're also putting $50 towards the highest car count winner. So if it's a go-kart class and they have the highest number of cars in that class, that winner gets $50 additional dollars.
What classes can we expect to see tomorrow night at Snydersville?
720 of them.
That's not bad.
I know they run senior and junior sling bangers, stage ones.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, I don't know if they're there tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of go-kart classes, which I am not familiar with the names
It's
of.
hard to keep up with those.
And the L&L mini mods.
Right.
Which is Gary Lurch's deal. Gary says over $1,500 in total purse money so far. So, yeah.
Solid.
Gordy Ross.
Gordy Ross in the house, yo.
Thank you for making the winners
Trophies?
Trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, Gordy was a very integral
I
part
hope
of
you
that.
can join us tomorrow night.
You know what? Gordy should join us, and he should bring his Blackstone.
Just start making some grub. Grub.
Man, did you ever have some of Gordy's?
At Port Royal?
Yes.
Yeah. The man can straight up cook.
Yes, he can.
Gordy's got a whiteboard in his house, and it's like things to do. It says like smoke meat.
Yeah.
And then other stuff.
It's priorities.
Right.
He's got goals.
It's really cool.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
He's got goals, and they're very lofty. Yeah, I admire Gordy's meat.
I'll bet. So a couple other things. We got Corey. You're in Corey Edelman's fire suit. You did a nice job designing that.
Thank you so much. That's
already been sent to Sublimited.
Yeah, Corey called me the other day, and he went over some things that he needed to get on there, and the colors of his choice, and got that all together. And Sublimited has received the artwork first thing this morning.
Yep.
So they are good to go.
It's in production.
I don't know how long what the turnover is. Sublimited is very good with turnovers as far as from initial order. Oh, Corey needs to get measured too.
He does?
Yeah, I checked with him on that today.
Oh. Well, yeah. I guess you better talk to Sublimited.
I told him that he needs to reach out.
Yeah.
So, again, congratulations to Corey Edelman for winning that raffle that we put on there. And that raffle seemed pretty popular. Do you think maybe we could do it again?
I don't see why not. It went well.
Maybe we'll do.
TB took it over the top, but
TB did. Yeah,
we appreciate.
Yeah, Todd Bear's the one who Todd bought the last 7 spots, which is absolutely amazing. Maybe we can do like a right rear tire or something.
We can do anything.
Can we?
Sure. A new car,
and you get a car, and you get a car.
So why don't we bring Anthony up?
Yes, let's bring him up.
He's had a hell of a day.
Yeah, he's been traveling.
From the motor builder. So let's talk to him a little while. Then we'll get Nick on the phone. This is for you.
Jacob Bohm says, I volunteered to take your measurements, Corey Edelman. Yeah. That sounds like love.
That's a commitment.
That is. That is awesome.
Let's turn his mic on.
Let's do that.
Hello.
How's
Anthony, my man. Good to see you, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
Just like we drew it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said
that is so cool.
Go out and run a few weeks and tune her up and then see if we're competitive.
Well, you're competitive.
Check.
We were.
Yeah.
We had like the best, worst night you can have. Started off with
a good way to put it.
The generator wouldn't run.
Oh boy!
And then we ended, locking up the transmission on the.
Let's take the generator for a second. He comes back from pill draw, and the generator's going. And he looks at me and said, "What did you do?"
Well, that's what I'd ask because
what the hell?
He wasn't there. He was up drawing for a pill.
Past practices,
Yeah. So you got the generator fixed.
Yeah.
So you've been out of the saddle for 14 years.
Yeah.
Which is a long time, man. And, you decided earlier this year, hey, I want to get a 600 micro. I want to run wingless. And you built the whole car yourself this winter. That's gotta be a huge sense of pride for you as well, that that it was all built right there at your shop too.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, it was a lot of looking at Hyper's chassis tour just to see how things go together. A lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages. A ton of people helped me out. Really no knowledge of them. I mean, the last time I worked on a 600 micro was probably 2010. An old PMP as Lina had.
Yeah.
And that was it. And it's changed so much. The theory of everything's changed. Just setting up the car I'll tell you, the setup we got doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
But it works.
But it works. Yeah. 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 I've noticed that the setups on the 600 wingless were a little bit off compared to what I used to do back with the 270 winged car. The whole philosophy is a little bit different. But like you said, it works.
And even when we had the 600 mod, you know, you'd think it's a 600 motor on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I mean, honestly, this is the first car we've ever worked on that wasn't 4 coils and a panhard bar.
Yeah.
So now you had torsion bars, W-link. I mean, some things that you would think work, and some things, you know, I had way more confidence in what we took to Kutztown that first week, and we were junk.
Yeah.
Totally junk.
Yeah. So do you get to experience the hyper hop when that thing starts?
We heard it this week.
Yep.
Yeah, we got it. We had it going pretty good on Saturday.
That is so cool.
Joel Smith mentioned it, and he's like, he's got the hyper hop going.
Yeah, it's a very real thing. Yeah,
it was dug in.
It was a very real thing. Now, Speed Week's coming up next week. Will you venture out to do something like that? Or you still just want to get some more seat time before you start doing some other stuff?
I currently don't have the option.
Why is that, Anthony? Yeah, why is that, Anthony?
So we won Saturday night, best case scenario, and then that kind of took a nosedive real quick. No idea what went wrong. Pulled off the track, went to downshift, and locked it up tight.
Yeah.
No gears, no neutral, no clutch, no nothing. It made it 1,000 feet further than it had to, maybe.
That's okay.
But that's all right. Yeah.
Made it.
Yeah.
It made it.
Key 2 words.
Yeah.
There's worse places to get towed than Victory Lane, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, like back to your trailer.
Right.
After warm-ups.
So, I mean, we'll see. We're going to dig into it this weekend, see what we got, and maybe we'll get it back. You know, you put the car back together, take a couple hours, but
yeah,
up in the air at the moment. Not sure when we're going to have a motor back in the car.
So, in the perfect world, let's just hypothetically say the motor comes back tomorrow. And what are your future plans for the next few months?
We're still on that outlaw schedule, you know, what makes sense when the time comes. Like to get back to Hamlin. Definitely want to get the shell hammers at least once this year. You know, back to slingshot days. It's a cool place.
Absolutely.
High banks, tight, fast paced.
Yeah.
Definitely want to run a race there this year before the year's out. Still got tires mounted for Kutztown.
Cool.
So you know,
you have options.
We're gonna stay fluid. Yeah. I mean, we're not committed to anything, but there's definitely, you know, a few races we want to hit.
The nice thing about these 600s, like the way he works, we don't know when we're going racing. You can go anywhere you want. It's freaking. It's so nice.
Same. It's the same everywhere.
Why can't every class work together?
Because that's common sense.
Because if you got a dirt modified, well, maybe you can't get to this place today, but okay, so you change tires. What do you do?
Yeah,
you go to that place.
Right.
It makes sense.
I know.
That was a huge, deciding factor for me to say I want to go racing again was a 600 micro, because you can run. I mean, what else can you run 2 different tracks almost every Wednesday?
Absolutely.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
You got 2 tracks on Wednesday, a handful Friday, a half dozen Saturday. You know, you got
a lot of options.
You got a dozen places you could run a week, realistically, and the rules are the same. You have a spec tire or an open tire.
It's real simple.
It's about it.
Yeah. 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 The powers that be have made life a little bit easier for everybody with doing it that way, as your dad said there. You know, why don't they just do that all over the place?
Gordy Ross said, "Run for the money, kid. Full outlaw schedule."
Do our best.
Yeah, we need a head team chef.
Yes, he's hired.
Yeah, I heard something about smoked meat while I was.
Yes,
Gordy's got a sign in his house. It's like things to do. It says like smoked meat and other stuff.
That's a great schedule.
It's fantastic.
It's.
I think hunt and fish is on there as well.
Even
but
better.
That's about it.
Well, it's about balance.
Yeah,
it is a nice balance. Yeah, so cool. So, who does your engine work for you, if you don't mind me asking?
So I took the motor out to Hammer Down out in Mannheim. He's the guy that built it.
Yeah.
Before we bought it off of the Troxels.
That was a bit of a haul for you to get from here to Mannheim.
Well, thankfully, I was had a training in Reading today.
Oh, so that cut a little bit out for you.
Halfway there. Yeah. But yeah, the haul back was definitely close to 2 hours.
Gordy says buy beer.
That's on the list.
That's
as well.
On the list. Yeah, I got a list like that.
And back us up 25 years. Tell the people where your background is.
25 years ago.
Yeah, I know you took a 14-year hiatus, but you ran a lot of different stuff. And
yeah, I mean,
in the first 13 years of your life,
we started with quarter midgets. We ran those for a long time. We had 2 cars at one point in time. I still think my favorite racetrack to this day is Pocono quarter midget racing.
Absolutely.
Really?
It was so
interesting.
It was great. I don't know if it was because I was young or just the group of kids that we raced, but it was top tier. It was great.
Right.
Ran Snydersville, some with the quarter midget, West End, some with the quarter midget, Blue Mountain, and we
indoors at Harrisburg.
Indoors at Harrisburg, yeah. I led that race one year, pretty much flag to flag until the last lap and spun out.
Not our proudest.
It happens.
I definitely don't think about that every time I'm at a racetrack.
No.
Thought about that a lot on Saturday when I was leading and a little loose and went full lock to the right.
Saw that in the video. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a pucker factor right there.
Touch and go for about a tenth of a second. Yeah. Slingshots. We run slingshots. Ran a 3/4 midget for Blue Mets. 600 modified. I never raced, but owned a dirt modified at one point in time.
Yep. I did not know that.
True story. If to correct myself, I had two of them. 2 TOs at one point in time.
Really?
I did. Yep.
Well, who was the shoe for that?
Me. But I didn't run them.
You just never.
No, that was right at my I'm working a lot of overtime. I don't think we have time to do all this anymore.
Yeah, had the money, but not the time.
Wrong answer.
Well,
yeah.
had the guy on the phone with the motor bill. And I said, but I don't know if we can swing this.
Yeah, they're the motor bills for a dirt mod is a little rough.
The guy said, you want to be competitive and have what Kresley's got, or do you just kind of want to run?
Yeah.
Turns out we couldn't really afford either.
Can't afford either one.
Even the just want to run part was a little salty.
Sure was.
Yeah. I've ran some laps in an asphalt modified at Evergreen. I was really young when that happened. Probably shouldn't have.
That's okay.
But what are you going to do?
You were the youngest one
Statute
ever
of
on the
limitations.
600 mod, too.
Yes. Statute of limitations.
Yeah, we had to get permission from, what's his face there? Doug. Yeah.
That's when we broke
That was a 5-mile point.
Broke a chain, ripped the water pump off the motor, thought I was on fire.
Yep.
Jumped out like Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby deal.
It was hot and smoky, 2 out
Right.
of 3. I'm not sticking around for the rest of the
time
evidence.
to bail.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not hanging out for the ending. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we shut it down for 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
And then this is all your fault, both of you guys, truthfully.
Oh, good.
That's what we're here for.
I got a text message that said, do you know anybody that has a racing simulator for Leo's League? And I was like, no, sorry. And then maybe an hour went by, and I was like, hey, we should build one.
Built one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it turned into a midget.
Which was awesome.
Turned into a midget frame in the garage. And
technically Leo's fault.
That turned into, man, this is cool. I should do this for real again. And, didn't even get the sim finished before I had a hyper in the garage.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah. Which you did a fantastic job on that simulator, by the way.
Appreciate it.
I think it was really cool. That was hugely popular.
That was fun to make. It was really fun to make.
Yeah.
I can't believe people race midgets. I mean, I had to cut so many bars out of that thing just to get.
I don't know how people fit in.
To get people in it.
Yeah. Yes. And because, those of you who don't know, in the midget, you sit upright. It's not like, 600 micro or 270 micro where you're kind of laid out.
Toes under your knees.
Literally under your knees.
Straight up in the air. Yeah. It was. I couldn't get over it. Couldn't believe it.
It's not a good time.
I don't know. Not a good fit in the 600.
Well, I don't.
Oh. There's no chance of being light at the scales.
No, I actually made weight still partially on the tow truck.
They said we should unhook you, and the guy's like, "No, he's good."
He said he's good by. He said he's good by a lot.
A lot.
Oh man!
And I was like, "Hey man, I don't have a helmet on. I
yeah,
can hear you.
Yeah.
Like a thumbs up would have been plenty."
Check.
Oh my God, Terry Bardick, thanks for tuning in. He says Tyler's 12 the first time he drove a 600 mod.
Nice.
Oh, that beat me.
Yeah, that was years later though.
Yeah,
at the time,
I was probably 13, 14.
Yeah.
Terry, how is Tyler doing?
That is the question.
If you don't mind me asking, we certainly hope he's doing well. We certainly have had lots of prayers and people thinking about him. So hopefully he's doing well.
Hopefully he is. That car's always gorgeous. I'd like to see
him
back on a track, man.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully he gets back.
There's never been a bad looking 85.
Right. Nope. Good looking piece. Good looking piece. I don't know where the 600 mods are at this weekend. I don't keep up with the schedules with anything, and it's tough.
Yeah. There's too many.
Yeah, I don't think they're at Linda's this week because I think Linda's is having a time trial event this weekend.
Yuck.
Yeah, time trial's kind of
not a fan.
Not a fan either.
It takes way too long.
Yeah.
Pappy Cornell's here.
Thanks for tuning in, Pappy.
We're doing good, buddy.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night at Snydersville.
So you going to be in house?
I hope so.
Yeah, you got it.
I hope so.
We'll check him out.
Yep.
We had the pleasure of going to Snydersville earlier this year. You took me there. I was never at the place, and we were treated like royalty up there.
Alex and his company, his crew are just the best. Like I said, the small cars, the appreciation level for small car racing is so good. We did a whole deal last year with the micro stocks at Mahoning, a 3-race series. They go out to Orville on Sundays. They race out there in Mertztown on a road course, which is freaking cool too. Really good.
I think you guys deserve a lot of credit. You guys kind of paved the way to get treated the way you guys get treated. You guys
appreciate that.
Yeah,
do
thank
a really
you.
good job appreciating some of the underappreciated divisions.
Well, thanks for saying that. It's really nice.
I don't know if you guys get your flowers enough sometimes.
No.
Nobody really gives a hate mail, I don't think.
No.
I do.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Terry Bordick said he's doing good, very good, and he passed all his tests.
Good Fabulous news.
Outstanding news.
Yes, great. Keep healing, get better. See you on the track soon.
Absolutely.
That is great. Good stuff. Yeah, when your father and I set out to do this thing, almost
it's over 3 years.
Three and a half years.
Jesus.
One of the things that I was really pushing for was just to have everything positive, because there's a bunch of chicken shits on the interwebs there that are tough and like to say bad things about everything and anything, from track officials to other drivers to crew people to fans, and we don't want any of that. There's so much negativity in racing and things like that. We don't need it. There's so much good stuff. This is why we go there, because it's positive. We love it. It's our escape for the weekend. You bust your ass all week long, and and just the amount of we had this conversation here when we had the show with the girls. The amount of friends that we have made through racing. Yeah. It's probably 99.9% of my fan, my friends group. It's just unbelievable. So we need to be more thankful about it.
On his car are all pretty much people that have been involved in racing.
Right.
Kids he ran quarter midgets with all the way up through.
Yeah, I was just talking with the motor builder tonight. How long have we known the Troxels?
Jesus Lord, since you were 6?
Some of my oldest friends,
24 for sure. 24 years.
Wow.
I've bothered Taylor so many times trying to wire that motor in and get that car lit and going. And then, Zach Gorski, he's in Florida. I've been texting him. We started racing with him when I was my first year.
5 years
right?
old, yeah.
Wow.
It's just amazing. It's kind of like the cousins that you don't see.
Yeah.
But you're still friends. You're still friends and family when it comes back around.
You just pick up right where you left off.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
It's top-notch community.
It really is.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Growing up at Dorney Park, Stephanie Reichenbach, Todd Ham, all the Chris Perry, for example, who's tuned in now. I know him since I'm 5, I guess.
That's a really long time.
That was 700 years
he's
ago.
pretty old.
I know.
That's
older
a
than
long.
You two can both.
If you add us up, we're probably not as old as you.
Oh, okay. So you got any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah. I mean, you guys obviously are on the right side of the race car. Proud to fly that flag. Love you. Appreciate everything from you. It was great. As much as it sucked to get that locked up rear axle spun around in Victory Lane, there was no way it wasn't going to be your side.
Right.
Don at S&D Bodyline. Don's been a great partner of mine for my entire career. I actually worked there in high school. It was like my first non-subway job. Went from making sandwiches to bending up body panels with Bigley at S&D.
Yes, sir.
Inferno Armor.
We got a request here.
Yeah, Pappy Cornell said, put this right up front. I don't want to block your face.
There we are. Well, you can block my face. I'm talking about them anyway. Inferno Armor, Azzy Power Sports. Brandon has a lineup there on 115 up by Pocono. Selling anything you need, outdoors-wise, mowers, ATVs, sublimited, TSL shocks. Timmy got us that hyper hop. We had that.
Really?
Yeah, we were dug in.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So
Z-Max,
cool.
Twin Brook Farms. It's my daughter's egg slinging
That's her
business.
Yeah.
She's the egg and corn kid. Just about corn season. So
Nice. Coming soon, right?
Good.
Fresh sweet corn.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, those are our quote unquote sponsors, but so many people to thank outside of that. Obviously my dad's helped me at the track. I've never been to a race without him.
That is awesome,
True
man.
story.
Never
That
one
is
time.
awesome.
I had my
Hopefully
cousins
you
were there.
never do.
Had my cousins there, which is funny. My cousin Kyle.
Tell this story.
My cousin Kyle was actually the last
Yeah.
time he was in the pits with us was our last win in 2011.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, Bear told me that story the other day.
I hope
It
he's
just,
coming
like,
to Snydersville
Yeah,
tomorrow.
he every time you race, he's got to come watch you.
Yeah, I told him he's got to just.
Yeah,
clear the
he's
schedule.
locked in
going,
now.
He's going full time.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean Veronica's always super supportive of the racing at home, which makes life so easy when you got support there.
Yes.
My kid, she shares her time with the race car when we got a wrench.
Yeah.
Come to the races. It's fun working in the garage with her in the seat too.
Oh, I'm sure.
She's
I'm
climbing on something, you get it half cranked over for a second.
Amelia is a piece of work.
She's a dandy.
I said that we're all probably going to be working for her one day.
I hope so.
She is unreal.
She's something else.
Dude, your father and I he and I talk every day and text and everything else there. We swapped some stories here, and he told me that your mindset on Saturday, which I have talked about this many times, the mental aspect of racing. You said, and I'm paraphrasing you here, but like, Dad, I feel good today. Like today's the day.
Yeah,
for the most part.
It was. I don't know why.
That's awesome. And well, look how it turned out. You
weren't wrong.
You got to believe and achieve, man.
I woke up and I ran out and I delivered some eggs to my mom from my kids' eggs from the chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I had just a great Spotify playlist going with the windows down.
Solid.
It was nice and cool.
Yep.
Delta Dawn. Tanya Tucker.
I heard. Yes. What's that flower you got on?
Yeah, that's that. We're gonna name the race car Dawn now. She's officially christened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand what it was. The first couple of weeks, we got beat on. Kutztown's tough.
Kutztown's very tough.
It's
Very
not
competitive.
it's not a great place to cut your teeth.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Very competitive.
But it is.
But it is because if you want to be good, you better be damn good.
You got to be very good there.
You got to be damn good just to qualify.
Yeah. I mean, the first week, obviously, we were bad. No way around it. And that was a positive. It let me know that we got to change everything. We're not close.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. And then, a few weeks later, we got back to Kutztown and we went forward until we had some issues. But it was a positive night and a confidence builder for sure. And then Saturday morning, man, I just woke up feeling good, stayed all day. And just like you say, the confidence, I'm getting the confidence back in the race car to where when you're trying to figure it out, you got to be so tentative because I don't want to show up on a partial schedule, junk somebody running for points.
Exactly.
So, you finally start to rein in what you can do. And again, with the 600s, I always thought they were so finesse. And I'm sure, slick down track when you got one lane around the bottom, it's finesse. But you can run them so much harder than I thought you'd be able to. So I'm finally just getting to a point where like, okay, I can sail this car in this hard.
Well, there's so much bite Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Well, again, it's that pucker factor. You know what I mean? You have to, sometimes you don't know how far you can go until you actually go over the edge and then you got to just back it off a hair. But sometimes going over the edge can whoop you up pretty bad.
Yeah, the edge is pretty big sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you were, nothing hurt when I was 16 racing.
Oh, we're invincible.
I got out of the car Saturday night and I was like, I'll tell you, man, everything hurts. I'm sore. And we had a smooth night.
You were the oldest guy in the field.
No, Steve broke.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
That's frightening, though, to think about it. Like I saw Dawn posted that Kyle was the oldest guy in the field at Lanco. And
yeah,
I feel
and he's not old.
I feel like Kyle's a kid.
Yeah,
old, yeah.
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah, the size and age of some of these little throttle jockeys in the 600s is just unreal. Like at that age, I was still like shooting hoops and like rolling the Hot Wheels and stuff around, and these guys are just like they're out there doing it.
At age 5, he ran Mahoning in a quarter midget. and they were doing like 43 miles an hour in his restricted class. And the guys at work are like, my kid's 8 and never drove a Barbie Jeep.
Exactly.
We're like, are you freaking nuts?
It's a real thing, man.
It's fine. Terry Borick, 2 things, said he met us through racing, which is absolutely true.
Absolutely.
And I love that friendship we've had. And Tyler says you're either predator or prey.
Truth.
True story.
100%.
It felt good to not be prey.
Yes. Yeah, it looked good to not be
way
prey.
better.
It was so funny, too, because when your dad told me that, he's like, man, Anthony feels really good. He's like, he just feels confident and everything. I said, you know what? Low Down Entertainment's going to look good sitting in Victory Lane.
Joey said that Saturday morning.
And then boom. And I actually forgot that I had said it. And Dad brought it up to me the last time we talked yesterday. Yeah. So that is just awesome stuff. Can't be more proud of you, man. And I hope this is the first of many wins for the rest of this season, man. Keep racking them. Keep racking them, showing off that Low Down Entertainment.
You did a good job, man. She's sharp. She looks good on
the
track.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was a nice color combo when you said you're going to have an all-black car and you want to use orange on it, man. And just try to keep it clean. I strive to keep the stuff clean and legible.
Yeah, not messy at all. It's just there's enough going on, but not too much.
It's not overdone.
It's great.
My style isn't for everybody, but
well, you're not.
Right. It's a true story. Yeah, I'm good in small doses.
Do you want to hang and talk to Nick Philman, or you got to roll?
I'm good till like 7.
Well, we're going to get him on here in a few minutes.
Yeah. Cool.
You guys chat it up. I'll text Nick.
Oh, you got it. I was going to say, do you have Nick's number?
Yeah. How else would I text him?
We could actually take a couple-minute break if you'd like to.
Yep.
We could do that. I tell you what, that's what we're going to do. We are actually going to take a 2 or 3 minute break here while we dial up Nick Philman so we can talk about the Hyperspeed Week coming up, and we'll be right back with some more Low Down Entertainment. Hold tight.
And we're back.
We are back with some more Low Down Entertainment. Joining us right now is Mr. Nick Philman. Nick, how are you doing this evening, bud?
I'm good, guys. What's going on?
Everything's going on, man, and everything's going to be going on for you very, very soon.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild here in a little over 48 hours almost, it seems.
Yeah.
It's crazy how quick the time building everything leads up to showtime. So.
Yeah, Bear and I were talking right before the show, and we were talking about this whole Speed Week deal going up. How mentally draining and exhausting is it for you to go through? You're traveling tons of miles, all over the place with the rig, going to all these different venues. I'm sure by the time next Sunday comes around, you're pretty whooped up, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a lot of no sleep. Luckily I have a really, really great and understanding boss in Mike Dicely. So technically speaking, I'm not off for all of Speed Week. I do actually work. I'll work this coming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from the morning till the trailer leaves till we get ready to go to the track. And then, till we set up, tear down, and go home for the night. So, I am not, truth be told, I'm not working a full 40-hour week during the week, but we're still working, and still, people outside of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware still need stuff to get sent to them because they're not racing Speed Week. So it's still got to fulfill the normal daily job duties. And while my job with it might be difficult and we might be wore out, we're not. I'm not one of the racers out there working physically as hard, so it's not quite as hard as maybe on them with the maintenancing and stuff like that. But I mean, we still have our own maintenancing too. We'll wash banners and wash victory lane setups and wash easy ups and clean the trailer out, restock the trailer. So it's no easy undertaking by any means, but not that anybody thought it was anyways.
That is so cool. Nick, why don't you take us from the very beginning, night one, what day does it start? When does it end, and what's everything in between, and where can we expect to see the 600 Speed Weekend competition at all the different venues?
Yeah, sure. We're this Sunday, July 13th. We're going to start at the Inner Quarter Mile at the Spirit Auto Center Speedway, which is inside the Bridgeport Motorsports Park, Doug Rose's facility down in Swedesboro, New Jersey. From there, we're going to just drive across the border over into Delaware, over to the Airport Speedway on Monday. Tight little bull ring there. That's a fun stop for me. I really enjoy going there.
Great little racy track there.
It's tight. Yeah. It's very tight. It's very difficult to get around there. And Ava and the staff there, treat us very well and give us a great helping hand. From Monday night, we'd make our big run, our biggest and farthest run of the week, and we go up to Greenwood Valley Action Tracks, up to Jerry's facility in Orangeville, and that place usually puts on some heaters of racing. It can get a big curb like it did last year and get real slick and racy. So that's a real fun stop too. And then we go to probably what ends up being the craziest night outside of finale night, Wednesday, to Action Track. Yeah. It was just the other year we had like 115 cars. And then you throw in the challenge of trying to get done by curfew there, which makes for an extremely stressful and eventful night. But it's pretty wild for myself and our staff and for all the drivers involved to say, hey, well, we just qualified against, a single division field of over 100 cars. And at one of the areas, most difficult and entertaining racetracks at Action Track. So that's a fun night too. I mean, they're all fun, but they all have their own unique challenges. And Thursday, we had the Linda's Speedway. I kind of say every year going to Linda's during 600 Speed Week is like going to the Grove for PA 410 Speed Week. It's just been there since the beginning, and always got to make a stop there if we can. Friday, it's the second ever trip. We're going to go to the McGrew Bid Motoplex, which is the new Outback track, at the Babs Motor Speedway with Scott Gobrecht and Colton Gauss there. They're doing a really good job adding all kinds of new things. I saw that they were hard at work this week laying their new bleachers down. Yes. So that's pretty cool. Everybody's going to get to see that for the Speed Week race and this weekend for their Friday night show. And then Saturday, we're going to end everything at the Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Removed from a $15,000 double weekend there. We're going to go right back, and thanks to my boss, Mike Dicely, and then also Tim over at Performance Electronics for putting up some money. We're going to pay $10,000 there. Wow. If we get 51 or more cars, which I don't think should be a problem. No. And, got the junior sprints each and every night. Those youngsters get to have a great showcase alongside where they're going to end up in the future, in the not too distant future for some of them. And it's a crazy long week. There's a lot of race cars and a lot of people that come in from all over the place, and it's quite an undertaking, but it's definitely a very good accomplishment, or a good feeling of accomplishment at the end of the week when we get everything wrapped up. Yeah, you guys do a phenomenal job. Your entire team and staff. It's a lot going into it. I can attest to this, and not to beat a dead horse here, but with what we did last week at Clyde with Tim West and Julie and Kenny Groff and putting that show on for $15,000. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, man. And you're doing it at 7 different tracks on 7 different nights, man. I don't know how you do it. It's just amazing, man. God bless you. And then did I see that they threw in like a hyper open house or something Friday? Was there? Oh yeah. They didn't have enough going on. Yeah, that's something really cool that we worked on. JD, our general manager over there, we kind of kicked around the idea of trying to have a food truck / open house, just for like our employee kind of a day like that. But we decided and got it voted on as a campus to do an open house during Speed Week. If nobody's ever been to the Hyper Racing headquarters, we are literally 2 exits off or up further north on Interstate 83 than Babs Motor Speedway. So pretty much if you're heading from Linda's on Thursday night to McGrew on Friday night, you have to go by Hyper HQ.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an open house where people can come in, take a look around, see what we got going on. All week, Hyper's open for our normal business hours, but during the daytime, we'll have pressure washers out. A lot of people from out of state park their RVs and maintenance in our parking lot, which I always really enjoy that part of our weekend. Actually, we had our first arrival of out-of-towner set up. Just got into town today with their RV and team in the parking lot. So
That's awesome.
we have a lot of that going on. And then Friday, you can get some good barbecue. I mean, the 2BQ barbecue that we have set up is actually the Billet family from late model racing. So
like the Carl Billet?
Area.
Yeah, I remember those chassis. Really?
That is his father, I believe.
No kidding. That's Silver Springs days and all that kind of stuff there, man. That's a throwback. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's racers helping racers, and we got some good stuff on the menu, it looks like, and the pictures they have on their pages that I've shared on ours. Food looks real good. So, I mean,
looks good.
I'm a big barbecue guy myself, so it looks really good. I'm really excited for that, and that'll be a nice way to kick off Friday and then get ready to end the week on Saturday.
Yeah. Speaking of Friday, Nick, hats off to McGrew Bid Motorplex there. I mean, last year they were on the schedule for Speed Week. It was a little rough for them. They were still scrambling to try to get the track done and ready and prepped. And, now they have a bunch of shows. Well, I shouldn't say a bunch because there's been a lot of rain this year, obviously, but they got quite a few shows underneath their belt this year. They're adding more stuff. They're making the place better. I'm very proud of what these guys are doing out there.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I said it last year at our drivers meeting, not to be soapboxy, but there's not many chances that a lot of this generation, people younger or around my age range, get to say, hey, I saw someplace open, rather
Agreed.
than closed.
100%.
And it was a big undertaking for what they did. And there's still kinks. Every racetrack, even existing racetracks have kinks. But, we had that night, and that was the first ever race that they had on the track outside of some practice laps that the boss man, Mike Dicely, took 2 days before that. And we had like 110 cars there last year, the 600 class, because everybody wanted to say that they wanted to run the new track first. And it's got all the makings there of truly potentially getting to a world-class 600 facility.
Yeah.
The lighting, Scott Gobrecht told us when we went to visit it the first time when it was ready to go that even if the sun's out and he turns the lights on, it makes it brighter. And he wasn't lying.
Wow.
The lighting there is incredible. The facilities upgrades that they're doing right now with the new grandstands looks really cool. So I'm hopeful that this year we're going to have a racy track that we can get some guys to move around on and get some good battles throughout the field and hopefully beat their curfew that they have now again too. So
yes,
always want to be good neighbors and try and get another great night in there at McGrew. They worked with Mike a lot on what they needed to do and didn't need to do on the track, and it was really cool to get to work with them a lot. And Scott and Colton have been treating us extremely well, and listening to feedback that some racers from the Hyper shop and Mike Dicely and some other people have put in, and they are listening. It just takes time to get things perfected, and I think they'll get there in time, but they are listening and they are trying. There's not a lot of places that are really trying to make a ton of improvements like they are. As quickly and noticeably, not that tracks don't try. That's not what I'm trying to say, but
right.
They're definitely all ears and trying to make a gem out of the backtrack there.
Right.
Good stuff.
Nick, is there any pressure from any other tracks to get on the schedule, like a Pagoda or Path Valley or any of our other local tracks?
Yes, it's just logistically where I'd like to go, and what makes sense.
Yep.
I obviously, like, you have Middleford down in southern Delaware, and they just did a reconfiguration on their track. They operate under the U6SA rules. That's some place where maybe not with Speed Week, but some other venture you could get down there. Lime Rock up in New York has asked to have a date, but that place, it's with the Fossies up there. they got a good thing going up there, but unfortunately, it's so far out of the way from anything I could pair it with.
Yeah.
And then Hamlin has been in consideration in prior years. Now that they got some new ownership there, I'm actually really interested in that. I'd like to maybe get them involved at some point with something. And then Jason over at Clinton County, we had a race there 2 years ago, and I will say it's probably one of my favorite races I've ever put on with 600 Speed Week. It's big. The track's big for sure. The car count was down, but Jason and that team there, they know how to prep a track slick and smooth, and it ended up being like Port Royal from the moment we dropped the green flag for hot laps all the way through the feature event. And some of the racers that were there, that was some of the most fun that they even had. It's fast and it was scary, but they definitely had a good time there, and it was an absolutely great race. So I'd like to get back there, but it's cool to have such a variety of options to go to. It's just a matter of whether or not they can work. Pagoda looks very interesting. I actually haven't been there yet. Richie, I haven't gotten to talk with them at all about potentially maybe adding something there, whether it be Speed Week or something else. And then Path Valley we've had talks with, but and different things here and there, but just got to make I don't envy, I did the USAC East Coast stuff for a while, but, the traveling series promoters and even track promoters, I don't envy them of trying to put together a schedule. Sometimes when I try to put together my 7 days, it becomes a little bit difficult. So to plan a full year out, that definitely takes a lot of tinkering with different series, different tracks, and trying to make everything play nice and work well is very difficult. So, we're always open to ideas, and we didn't mind running it back this year because last year went so nicely, but you never know when something's going to change for a different possibility in the future.
Right.
I got a couple of more questions for you, Nick. Did you ever drive yourself personally?
No, I have not. It's on the bucket list, but not myself. I've never been a driver. It's on the bucket list, but just been around it for a very long time. And, I have a great appreciation for what everybody does behind the wheel. And over the last, decade or more, I've really, really gotten further and further into the behind the scenes of what it takes to make everything happen. And then obviously, as a society grown with the implementation of more and more social media, it's been a great way to connect with everybody and meet new people. And that's kind of how I got my start into being inside the industry more than just being a fan on the outside. And, it's a challenge some years for other things. And you kind of sometimes you stop for a second and say, hey, this is supposed to be like my fun escape from reality instead of my everyday work. And it's kind of feeling like work. So,
yeah.
That happens with anything you care about. It can be, challenging on different aspects. So, no, never been a driver, but hopefully someday I'll get to piece something together. Luckily, I happen to know a place where I can get some deals on a 600 or something.
There you go. And that was the second part of that question was how did you ever get involved with Hyper?
Yeah. So going back, when I was in college, I was looking for a internship, and a buddy of mine, Matt Chambers, he got me hooked up with Kurt Michael doing PR stuff for USAC East Coast. Through the USAC East Coast partnership, about midway through, Mike and Brooke Fossey, who used to work at Hyper Racing, they were just starting their sprint car career with Christian Bruno on tour, and we had become friends. And I was mentioning that my normal retail job sucked and I didn't want to do it anymore. And they kind of put in a good word for me with Mike, and I did an interview with Mike, and I think it was 2021 in January I started there. And it's kind of been I can't believe that I'm closing in on being there for 5 years already. It's kind of crazy, but
you're getting old.
It's that too, but it's a lot of fun. Like I have so much fun at work with the people that I work with and the different things I do almost every day. So it makes the time go by really quick, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So
absolutely. Good stuff. Well, you do it well. Let's just say that everything you put out, the products that Hyper puts out, and all your social media stuff that you're putting out is all great.
Oh, it's fantastic, Nick. Seriously, you're really doing a great job on that. Speaking of that, I've seen that you've been you've been posting, like people are coming in. For we have a lot of modified people and things like that tune into our show that aren't really familiar with the 600 wingless ranks here. This Speed Week really is no joke. I mean, you're not just gathering up 100 possible 600 wingless racers here. I mean, you have people coming from way different parts of the country and even from not from this country.
Globally.
Yes.
Yeah. So here comes a little bit of long-windedness on my part, but
go for it, brother.
I love to hype up everybody that comes to compete with us.
Yes.
So, I get super proud. I mean, the last couple of years I've been lucky enough to go to the Tulsa Shootout with Hyper, and the amount of customers and people that we have, not just with Hyper, but have come in and run Speed Week that also run the Tulsa Shootout and run well at the Tulsa Shootout, is a big chip that I use to promote what we do with our series. Over the last couple of years, we've had just astronomical numbers of different drivers from different states and come in and compete. And this year, I think we got it's maybe not quite as broad as it's been. We don't have any NASCAR drivers this year. Nobody from California that far out. In the United States, I should say. But, we got Indiana, drivers from Indiana, Florida, North Carolina, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and that kind of range of the East Coast up and down from your Millbridge guys to some guys from the Midwest. Right. And then over the last couple of years, I got to meet two really young race car drivers, but extremely nice gentlemen who have really great families, and Caden Barker and Dylan Cook. They run the stand-up version TQ midgets on dirt over in New Zealand, and they both run exceptionally well. Caden and Dylan both won a lot this year. Caden last year worked for Hyper for about a month on the road with Jim, going through the Midwest, and kind of as his reward, he got to drive a car a couple times. And Dylan came over in the past and has helped, and he helped at the shootout this year. He turned his helping at the Tulsa Shootout into working for Keith Coons then for an entire week for the Chili Bowl. So Dylan's a hard worker. Caden's a hard worker. And, I pulled Caden aside last year. He ran 2 Speed Week races. He attempted the race at Linda's and at McGrew, and he qualified for both of them. And that's never driving a 600 before to come into Speed Week and qualify against who all is there is pretty impressive. And I made sure he knew that. But, when it comes to who's going to be there, Cole Kirkman from Indiana is scheduled to come out. He was Hyper's biggest winner last year. He won like 27 times throughout the Midwest, including some big wins like some KKM stuff. Briggs Danner, I don't know their exact schedule, but Briggs in that Day Bud I-99 car, they're going to be at some Speed Week races. Your now standouts, your Tommy Koonsman, who won $10,000 out in California this year. He's going to be running all of Speed Week. There's your it's kind of weird to say, but they're kind of the same age, a little older than me now, but your kind of older guard of the 600 ranks, like your Kyle Spence's, Alex Brights, Colin White, Kenny Miller. They're kind of going to pop in and out here and there. But then you have your youngsters that are going to be running at it, like your Connor Mirabelli, who's been really fast this year, James Brazzelli. Dominic Schmidt's going to run a lot of the tour, Lucas Kostick. You have your North Carolina pop-ins. Trevor Klein might come in at the end of the week, he told me. Ryan Turner, Millbridge champion from Millbridge, he'll be up from Wednesday on. And then, everybody in between. There's so much talent, whether they be on the younger side of things, like I said, like the Connor Mirabelli to, like I have Brody Snyder from North Carolina coming. He's 13. To Matt Smith from Delaware, who's in his 30s, and he's won a couple of races this year at Bridgeport and at Middleford, and he's always fast for Speed Week. So, that's kind of what I love about Speed Week too, is just, these younger kids learn how to rip with the best of the best. So it's fun to watch as a fan, but also even as the guy that everybody likes to yell at, it's fun to watch too.
Yeah. Well, I know Pat Beeler's going to be in competition during Speed Week, so I always like to root for Pat Beeler and us Social Security guys. We got us old guys got to kind of hang together a little bit. So we'll see how that
goes.
No,
Pat's going to be there with Julie and Tim's car, which is
Correct.
really cool. I didn't even know that till they did the entry form, and then it was kind of just decided at Lanco last weekend as well. Mm-hmm. My buddy Jared Lilly, who's been Zach Beeler's kind of crew chief, car guy, best friend, they're going to reunite for sorts, and Zach's going to, as a race right now, run all of Speed Week and try and get himself another championship with Jared's car. So both the Beelers in action. No Morgan, obviously, but she's been there in the past. But, 2 out of the 3 or 4, and that crew ain't bad.
No, not at all. Not at all. Now, Nick, run us through. Do you have all the winning sums for each show? Obviously we know it's going to end at Lanco for $10,000, but what do the shows pay through all the rest of the week?
Yeah. So we have Mike has created a really good floating pay scale that all the tracks are great with using, where they make some money and we also they make a good bit of money, and we can also pay out the 600 guys a real good purse each night.
Right.
We have a real good purse. It floats by car count. How many cars you get each night depends on how much it is to win. Normally, throughout the week, we should have 80 or more cars a night, which would put the standard winning at $1,500 to win. But part of our registration program is if you're signed up for 600 Speed Week points, the points championship that you're going to chase throughout the whole week, you get an added bonus. And this year, just because of obviously our success and some of the absolutely fantastic partners that we have with Speed Week through Mike and through Hyper, we're actually going to be able to put in a real big chunk of change. And every show, if you're signed up for Speed Week points, is going to be $2,500 to win for the 600s. And then regardless of car count, for the junior sprints, if you're signed up for the point standings and those benefits, the junior sprints are going to pay $500 to win each night, which is a real nice payout for them too, throughout the whole weekend. And that is another area that's pretty crazy. Last year, we averaged about 16 cars a night, and this year I had last count, I have 21 junior sprints signed up, which is pretty awesome.
It's just growing.
Outstanding.
It's just growing. I can't help reverting back to the other venues and tracks that you had talked about that you would like to see shows. I mean, could this end up being like a PA Speed Week deal where it becomes 10 days instead of 7? I mean, it's growing. I mean, there's only so much you can do in 7 days, realistically.
Yeah, you definitely have to look at supply and demand.
Yes.
I have some either ideas in my head of some things I want to do, potentially with career wise and with 600 racing in the area. And I just have to kind of explore how I can set that up and what effort that's going to take away from doing everything with Speed Week here. I don't foresee it going to more than 7 days, at least not in a row. I got some grief from some of the teams last year and from our own staff about, you really had another day in the middle of July for us to go do, but
just wear them out.
It's good to be wanted.
Yes.
But you can quickly stretch yourself too thin, and dilute the product that you have. It's a little bit of a balancing act with that. But I have some ideas for the future, and I'm not sure how those are going to play out quite yet. I think that what I have in my head could be a very successful venture, but only time will tell. And as of right now, I feel hopefully more prepared and focused than ever for Speed Week, and definitely with the amount of extra cash that we have this year to give back to the racers. Mike has in our T-shirt again this year. Last year, with all the combined purses and points payout that each night's going to pay, there was over $80,000 in the line. Last year, that went up by $20,000. So this year, there's over $100,000 on the line between the junior sprints and the 600s and their purses, bonuses, and the point standings. The point standings for the junior sprints, that's going to pay $1,000 to win this year. That's up from last year. And then this year, the 600 point champion is going to get $4,000. Up from $3,000, and second place is going to get $2,500. And Mike and I, with the great partners that we have, we're able to beef up that point standings a little bit more as well, which I really think is awesome. And this year, instead of paying out the top 15, we're going to be able to pay out the top 20 with at least something. which is, it was really cool. I'm really ecstatic about, the fact that we can, get these guys more money, because these race cars are not cheap. Everybody, a lot of people from the outside looking in look at a 600 and think that it's, like some $5,000 go-kart that people are going and running around. And,
right. Yeah, they wish.
They got real bills. We almost got sprint car bills and modified type bills when it comes to rebuilds and tires.
Absolutely.
And everything else along with it. And it's no joke running a 600. It's not, just some stepping stone class that is to be, thumb their nose at. It's legit. You can build a career out of running 600s. Whether it be that's where your ultimate end goal is, or to go even further, like, you can name it through USAC, High Limit, the World of Outlaws, the All-Stars, all kinds, even in the NASCAR, the 600 standouts that have gone, from running even with our own speed week to, the upper echelons of motorsports in the United States.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys should be incredibly proud of what you guys have put together here. And it's growth. Every year it's just getting bigger. You're not going backwards. It's getting stronger. It's just absolutely amazing, man. Proud of what you guys are doing. And it's just unreal. Rich Reinhardt wants to know if this is Nick. Yes, Rich, this is Nick. We have him live on the phone right now. So, Richie, if you have any questions for him, and Rich, we talked about you earlier. I said Colin Cox was doing so good, not because of Colin's driving skills. I'm not trying to take anything away from Colin because he's awesome. But I said Colin's following victory lane because you're helping on the car now. So just plant that seed for you. So, Nick, you mentioned your partners and getting all this money filtered out and everything like that. You got $100,000 payday here in 7 days. Can you go through and let us know who has come on board and makes this all possible for you?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. It takes a lot of typing and a lot of social media posts to try and get everybody, making them feel like they're equally represented. But, first and foremost, this year, our big change is Flying A Motorsports out of Missouri. They are our presenting sponsor. We bought, as Hyper Racing, got our new toter and trailer from them. And the coolest thing about them is not that a lot of companies aren't, but they have really, really hard ties, not just to open wheel racing, but to 600 racing. Brad Warner is the owner of Flying A Motorsports. His son Lane has run 600s for a very long time. And then also Brad and his family are instrumental in Joe B's operation. So you have Joe B. Miller, Lane Warner, Scotty Milan, that crew that's representing the Flying A colors and have been for a very long time. They're on board, and Chad Baseflug is their VP, and Chad, the Hanford Hornet, he's going to be out here for Speed Week, doing some stuff for Flying A, and hopefully we get to represent them well. I just spent a good part of today bagging up individual stickers in pairs of two, because our Speed Week cars got to have the Flying A stickers on them to make sure our sponsors are happy there. Going right down the list, Wade over at Kaiser Aluminum Wheels. Wade's been a partner since I've been involved. Wade stepped up and gave a bigger sponsorship this year, so all of our heat races are presented by Kaiser Wheels. Big thanks to Wade. Wade's a great partner of Hyper, a great partner of 600 Speedway, great partner of racing. Hoosier Bob Wertz, Precise Mid-Atlantic, Hoosier Racing Tire. They added up a little bit more money into the game this year as well to get us a little bit more payout. They are the presenting sponsor this year for McGrew Bid, Bob, and I think some other people from Hoosier, HTMA, and they're going to head on up and enjoy some racing at McGrew. Joe BA from BA Custom Headers, they're a points presenting sponsor for the 600s this year. So thanks to Joe, they're a brand new sponsor to us. Really thankful for them coming on board as well. So if you see during the week, it'll be the BA Custom Headers 600 Speed Week point standings. So big thanks to Joe again. And then our nightly sponsors, TW Metals out of New Jersey. Christian, he's been our contact for that. Christian's on board again this year. I'll see Christian on Sunday. Christian and TW Metals, they provide Hyper Racing with our steel for our cars. So great partner Hyper again, and great partner 600 Speed Week. Monday at Airport, it's Willwood Disc Brakes. Willwood's been on board the last couple of years. They've been giving out brake calipers and stickers and banners with Speed Week. So they do a great job in helping us out. Wednesday night, Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night is skipped ahead. Tuesday night, another new sponsor is Dale Gross and CPG Motors. Dale's an engine builder. and he's our tech guy for the week. So Dale does a lot to help us out with 600 Speed Week, whether it be doing the tire tech, doing our regular 600 tech, and just trying to make sure everybody stays within the rules as much as they can. Dale does a good job at helping us out, and Dale is helping us out again this year, and he's a sponsor at Tuesday night up at Greenwood. So I'm really excited to have Dale on board and happy they're involved. Now Wednesday night, obviously you guys know him. He doesn't need too much of an introduction, but I really can't do a lot of Speed Week without, over the last couple of years, without Kenny Groff.
Right.
Kenny Groff has been huge for 600 Speed Week.
Yes.
I mean, absolutely huge. The amount of times he's sponsored, he helped out the other year and covered 2 nights. He did it again last year. And this year, Kenny's doing 1 night, but he's definitely, he's also our Quick Time Award sponsor. So again, I just big thank you to Kenny Groff. One of the absolute nicest and best guys in the pit area.
Absolutely.
Anybody out. I mean, absolutely anybody out at any time. So I'm really thankful again. We really, there's a lot of people that we can't do Speed Week without, but Kenny Groff is a big one. So he's got Wednesday night's title sponsorship at Action Track. Thursday night at Linda's, another new sponsor. It's Race Tech Titanium. They make a lot of titanium parts and pieces for motocross and ATVs and all kinds of different racing. But they partnered with Troy Leonard and Cole Kirkman and the Troy Leonard team. They have all kinds of titanium offerings and bolt kits for 600 racing now. So they're a new partner and a new venture that's involved with hyper racing. So welcome to them. They're going to head on out here and make their first go. Well, not first go for Troy Leonard's team, but Cole's first go out here at Speed Week in a while. Friday, it's Hoosier Tire with Hoosier Bob. Big thanks to them again. They're our title sponsor at McGrew, and they've been involved since the beginning with us as well. And with the U6SA deal of selling tires through Hyper, and then they give us money back at the end of the year that we distribute out to the U6SA tracks is a big part of the Hoosiers give back into the 600 ranks and to the U6SA tracks, which is really cool. And then Saturday, it's a combo deal, but most of that's going to go to Tim over at Performance Electronics and their PE3 systems. The Hyper House cars, when they're out in the road with the A-Class and the Outlaw deals, they're all on PE systems. And they work hand in hand with Nash at Evo. And, Tim's a delightful guy, too. Super nice guy. And, we have all kinds of discussions every year about rules and legalities and this, that, and the other thing. But Tim will be at Speed Week from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on. So if you have any questions about Performance Electronic Systems and what they are, what they're not, what they can do, what they can't do, you can run everything by Tim. Tim would love to talk to you about all the different questions you might have. So Performance Electronics is the presenting sponsor on Saturday night, and also the Performance Electronics Power Zone. That's going to be our start zone all week, each night of 600 racing. And then lastly, we have 2 hard charger bonuses. Hard charger for the 600s each night is going to be Saldana Racing Products, another partner, Hyper Racing, but thankful for them being involved. And then also Tim Snyder, his son Brody runs a lot in a 600 down at Millbridge and is traveling the country now, getting better and better and winning races out in Indiana. Tim Snyder's going to be giving $50 each night to the Junior Sprint Hard Charger in the feature event. And then he's going to be providing a custom 600 Speed Week championship tent to the 600 Speed Week champion. So
wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just, it would be remiss without saying it. It goes without saying, but it definitely needs to be hit on. Mike and Christy Dicely, they allow me to kind of do whatever I want to with Speed Week, and they help me a lot. But they're our biggest sponsor. They pay for our apparel for the week. Mike puts extra money in if we get close on something. And Mike just wants to have a big event, and Mike likes to give back to all the racers.
Right.
Mike does a ton. And just to be a broken record and hit the hammer over and over again. I can't do anything without Mike, and I'm thankful Mike believed in me to let me step up and try and do this, and lets me continue to do it. I can't do any of it without Mike and his support. So Hyper Racing and Mike Dicely, that they're can't do it without them for sure.
Well, I tell you what, Hyper should be very proud to have you, because you were doing a freaking phenomenal job. I'm serious.
Exhausted just listening.
It's just amazing. And anybody listening out there, everything that Nick has mentioned about these sponsors that puts this money in for all these special awards and contingencies and things like that, You got to support these people, man. This is how this stuff works. You know, it's guys like Nick to go out there and bust their humps to pull these people in to make the racing a much better environment for, you know, the sport that we love. So, you know, we got to keep giving back. Everybody's got to help everybody. And this is the way this stuff works. Very proud of you, young man. I mean, you're just killing it, man. You are crushing it all the way. Everything's getting bigger and better. And man, it's huge. You just, yeah, it is. It's a huge thing, man. You're just rocking it, man. You're a rock star.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. You know, it's something I kind of always wanted to do. Since the driving aspect wasn't ever really, I mean, I've always been interested in it, but, it never was really my main goal, I guess you could say. But, it's, you know, that is a little long-winded with all the sponsors, but you got to hit
awesome. You got to hit them all.
Make sure that they're, you got to make sure that everybody's equally represented, as much as you can. And, you know, it's literally impossible to make this week as big as it has been and as big as it's going to be, this coming year, this coming days, without their help. So
now you have a couple of speed weeks under you. Is this old hat for you, or do you still get butterflies and get a little nervous going into night one? Or do you just like, it's just another speed week?
I think I'm actually more nervous this year than I had been
really?
Since the first one.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that is, Nick? Is there more invested?
After 5 years with USAC East Coast, I moved on from that. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of outside the nightly, I don't want to say numbness, but
I get it.
Repetitiveness of being around the drivers and being in that position of being around people where they look at you for the questions and for the answers. And when you make a mistake, you know, I'm a little rusty, I guess you almost want to say, to that feeling.
Right.
But then also, you know, this year there's so much more money on the line. There's so many more eyes, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's definitely, the pressure's on, you know, Hyper's doing a lot more, in the industry itself as well. So, you know, we kind of point to Speed Week as being, I'll shamelessly plug it that outside the shootout, I think 600 Speed Week is the hardest week of 600 racing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just my own biased opinion, and I'm going to stand by it. But it is, it's really, really hard. You know, there's been drivers that have come out here from the national scene, from the West Coast, and, you know, they struggle to qualify, and they've said to me, you know, this is no joke. This is hard. And, I take a lot of pride in making sure that we can continue to keep that same energy. But, you know, there's just a lot, it doesn't feel like on the line, but there's a lot going on this year. And then, you know, with the junior sprints expanding, it's just, the pressure feels like it's on, but, you know, the amount of, you know, the people that I have on our staff, they make it so that we should be A-okay.
Yeah. As soon as you roll out for hot laps on night one, that rust will knock right off.
It's all business. Then. Yep. True story. Man,
well, I'm hoping so.
Oh yeah,
you'll be fine.
Well, listen, I tell you what, Nick. First of all, I hope you have something to drink there and you come up for air. I mean, I'm serious. I'm blown away with
40 straight minutes of info.
Yeah, I'm absolutely blown away, man. You were just crushing it, brother. Just unbelievable. Great stuff. Again, because we know what it's like to be in the spot that you're in. It's
for one night.
Yeah, for one night. Yeah, let alone I can't fathom the whole 7-day thing. But there's a lot of shaking hands, a lot of kissing babies, and a lot of sleepless nights, and you know, wondering if you're doing the right thing, and you know, is it all going to work out? But I assure you, man, you're gonna have a great week. Let's just pray to the good Lord above.
Even say
it. I'm not going to use the word, but let's just say, let's hope all 7 nights are good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be nice.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. We could turn the heat down a little bit. But,
I'm okay with that too.
I'm not going to complain too much if the ground itself is dry. I won't complain too much.
Yes, exactly. Nick, is there anything else you want to touch upon with us? Anything else any other information you want to get out pertaining to this here? I mean, you're expecting a ton of cars. It's
80 pre-registered.
Yeah.
We're up to like 82 or 83 now, and then 21 junior sprints.
Outstanding.
Just 2 kind of quick things, but nothing with me is ever quick. So
sure. No. Take your time. This is what you're here for, brother. We're here to promote you.
Thank you to the Cushion as well. They're another one, a sponsor of ours, and then 6 of 7 nights. are going to be broadcast live on the Cushion. So thank you to Ian. They're your live pay-per-view for the whole week. And then I just got to run down, my list of the people that maybe aren't. I try to bring to the forefront as being, helping us get everything down the road and everything like that. But
right.
Obviously Mike and Christy Dicely, they allowed me to do this. The staff at Hyper Racing, JD does a great job we make sure that we have the holes covered when we take a lot of the staff either out to race or to work for Speed Week during the week. We have to make sure that the business runs and JD does a good job in helping along with that. Melanie Alman, she helps me with our Victory Lane setup and our social media. She's going to do even more again this year. She's
awesome.
The people that work the parts trailer, Cheyenne and Kanisa is going to help out with Melanie this year. Jim Radney with having his own cars and then making sure the Hyper Rig gets up and down the road each day.
Right.
That's our Hyper staff. Got to thank them enough. They allow kind of us to undertake this whole week and me to kind of not disappear, but, have a main focus on something other than just my normal job there. And that, without them, this doesn't work either. When it comes to the track staff, Dale and Eileen Gross, they're going to help out again with tech this year. Big thanks to them. Tim Bortz, a lot of people don't know Tim.
Great guy, man.
If you run a 600, you know Tim, and Tim is talk about people that make sure that Speed Week happens. It's Tim,
right.
Tim and his algorithm to make sure the point system is set up right for each night of competition, setting lineups, being a race director on the radio, helping with pill draw, knowing all the rules and everything that I've created, we've created. A big thank you to Tim, endlessly. Kaysen Bridgman. Kaysen helps do all the lineups as well up in the tower and importing the points, getting everything on my race pass. He has a nickname that I can't mention or shouldn't say out loud, but he knows what it is. But it's an inside joke. But hey, thank you to Kaysen. Casey Kreider. And Casey Kreider's a great young announcer.
He's
doing
freaking
a great job.
Awesome, man. I love him.
Yeah. And I work him like a dog during Speed Week. I have him help line up time trials, run lineups, and he just is always more than willing to help. So I appreciate Casey and his dad a lot. Carrie, they helped me out a lot. Carrie was helping me line up time trials last year at McGrew. So a big thank you to them.
Now, Nick, I'm sorry to interrupt you here. Now, will Casey announce all 7 nights, or is each track going to kind of keep their own announcer for each show? I've tried I've done the whole traveling announcer gig. I just find it works a little better to have each home track do whatever they want and not step on people's toes that way. Gotcha.
So Casey will announce Tuesday at airport. He will announce Friday at McGrew, and then or Thursday at Linda's, Friday at McGrew, and then Saturday at Lanco.
All venues he's done before. So yeah, it's all venues he's okay. I was just curious about that.
And he's at every night. He's helping me, and he's taking notes and learning everything that's going on during the week. So he's fresh and knows how to talk about it.
Right.
We have Jeff Allen on Sunday at Bridgeport, Bobby Johnson up at Greenwood on Tuesday, and then obviously the no introduction needed to the Mr. Barry Angstad on Wednesday.
Mr. Barry, absolutely. So, we love Barry.
But we got all of them to, thanks to them as well for, they get my information. I just sent all out to all my collected information, a driver names, sponsors, car numbers, hometowns, ages, what weeks they're running, what nights they're running, other information like that. All my announcers guides with all our sponsors information and where shirts are sold, this kind of stuff. They have all that to balance from my long-winded self in there to learn from. And then just to finish up with our staff, Tim's dad, Neil, helps out on the flag stand. Mike Fry is our flagger for the whole week. He always looks forward to the whole week. Mike Fry, and then his dad, Scott, helps out in the track with four-wheeler. Tori Pavel, she does all my point standings each year because it is a big undertaking to make sure everybody gets paid the right amount of points each night, and whether or not they're signed up or not signed up. She's lights out. She helps a ton with getting the points set up, and I can't thank her enough. And also our photographers, that's kind of something that's not maybe, I have to use all these photos that I post to do my entries from somewhere.
Right.
So, thank you to Dawson Hess for last year, Steve Coulter as always. And then this year, Nate Smith, who works at Hyper, he's going to be on board as well, taking some pictures and helping out with our creative area there and our social interactions and whatever you want to call it there,
Right.
our media content. So, there's a lot of people that help make the night go smooth and help us out. And, without them, we're nothing. We're not talking about Speed Week being a success. It's a disaster and a mess. But, thank you to all those people that help us, because, it's not me. It's not one person. It's all of them. And
Yep.
That's what's important about the week, is that they all help me and help us make it go smoothly and as painless as possible.
Yes, it's true. What do we always say, Barry?
You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with.
It's the God's honest truth. And you surrounded yourself with some great people, Nick, including yourself, man. They're lucky to have you too. It is absolutely amazing. So
thank you.
We are so looking forward to this. I unfortunately cannot go 7 nights a week. Can you, Bear?
I can't go twice.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get to a couple of them at least.
No, I'll be at a couple.
Yeah. So again, let's hope everything works out up in the sky and everybody has a fantastic, safe, and awesome Speed Week, man. I'm so much looking forward to it. Always look forward to the show every year.
Yeah, no, it's a blast. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of fun, but we usually have great crowds spectator wise, because they're learning every year about how awesome the 600 class is. Especially in our region, we're extremely lucky in the Northeast to have what we have with the 600 division.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Extremely, and it's our Bear can probably agree with me or disagree with me. Who knows? But our 600 division in Northeast is like what the non-wing sprint car scene is in Indiana.
Absolutely,
it just doesn't get any crazier or any more often. Our events run and with higher caliber of this, that, and the other, driver pay, whatever. It's a really big deal, and the 600 class is always growing in the United States, but it's huge here in the Northeast, and I'm glad to be a small part of it.
I will say this: I've been very crucial about dirt track racing, because, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to bring the room down here, dirt track racing really isn't in that great a shape collectively as a whole. But I will say this: 600 wingless racing is at the top of its game right now. It is. And in my opinion, it's the only thing that's thriving.
And there's a reason the people from all over the country come to our area.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the
best of the best. So you guys are rocking it, man.
Good job, Nick.
Nick, you were awesome, man. We really appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us here. And it's great. It's a shame you couldn't come in, because Barry bought dinner tonight.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I ordered extra.
I got that long ride home from work, and gotta get more stuff figured out.
Yeah. So totally understand. No, you rest up, because you're going to need every ounce of rest you can get from now until next Sunday. So take it easy. I wish you well, young man. You were, like I said, man, you were a rock star. We really appreciate your time.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you at one of the tracks sometime next week.
All right, thank you guys. Really appreciate having me on. Anytime you guys want to chit chat, and it's no problem. And we'll see you guys next week some point.
Well, I tell you what we'd like to do too. Let's just get it out there right on the air. We would love to do some in-house filming at Hyper.
Yes,
make a YouTube video, just to kind of poke around. No secret squirrel stuff. We don't need to go into the secret rooms or anything. Tour. Yeah, just a shop tour.
Yeah, no, sure.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Get with Christy and Mike on that. No, I don't think that would be a problem. We always we've had them do that before, and we were supposed to have Flo come in actually during COVID the one year doing our load up process for Tulsa, but that unfortunately got nixed. But yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, I'll get with Christy and Mike, and we'll try and set something up like that. I think that would be pretty cool too.
It'd be way cool.
Hopefully you can have a barbecue truck there for us.
That would be nice. We're not asking for much, but that would really be the shiz right there. That would be the shiznit right there. So cool. Nick, we appreciate you very much, man. I hope you have a great night. We'll see you real soon, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Man, he did so well with his watch. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely positively blown away.
Shnikes.
Man, he got it going on. He mentioned Ian from the Cushion. Okay, so I got talking with Ian online the other night. Very nice man. Do you want to hear some bad news?
No.
He has faced 83 rainouts this year.
That's retarded.
83.
Last night Shellhammers rained out, and that was their 21st.
21st rain out of the season.
How insane is that?
It's stupid. It's totally stupid.
Lord.
Totally stupid. So We had some people.
Dreamweavers in the
house. I saw the Dreamweavers in the house, but Tim West is in the house. Tim's on vacation this week, and rightfully so. Tim deserves it. He had a long week going up to leading up to last week. So.
What did he do?
Who, Tim? Oh, yeah. What? I just did this little $15,000 win race. No big deal.
Good deal.
Yeah, nothing going on. Tim, I hope you're having a blast, man, and I always appreciate you tuning in.
Anthony said, shout out to Nick. I emailed my victory lane pictures after the deadline. He still got me posted.
That's cool.
That's way to be punctual, pal.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was so cool to have your son Ann on here tonight, man. It's as a father, you and I are pretty close. I know what goes through your mind for the most part, and I'm super proud of him. And it's not even my son, so I know you're just beaming on the inside there. So
the kid's won a lot of races over the years.
This one hits different.
It does because it's the first in a long time, and it's his stuff. And
he's steering the ship
it's all
now.
His deal. I just got in the truck and went to the racetrack.
Yeah. But you weren't towing, you weren't paying, you weren't setting up, you weren't calling all the shots. It was him.
Yeah, he came in. I'm changing gears. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
He came in. I got to do this. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Okay.
Now, did he say, "Hey, Dad, how do you think about this?" Or what do you think about that?
On some tire grooving stuff, we collaborated.
I'm surprised he didn't just go, "Hey, Dad, here's a $10 bill. Go get some hot dogs and get out of here and just leave." No, that's cool, man. That's good stuff.
No, and I wrote a little blurb on LDE that,
Yeah, thanks for that.
I just love father-son race teams.
Yeah, thanks for that.
You don't need 75 guys in your pit. You need your dad and your son or your daughter. Even mom and daughter teams or mom and son teams.
True story.
Like Sam and Lucas Costick.
Yeah.
They're great together.
Yeah, they are.
It's good stuff.
Sammer's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, that was awesome. Good to have the kid in Victory Lane. Good to have on the show. Good to have Nick on the show. Tomorrow night, Anthony's going to be running L&L mini mod for Gary Lurch. Alex Greenswag has allowed us to do our little show up there tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to that.
What time are we rolling out of here? I'm going to come here, and then we're going to roll from here to. Is that the best thing to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 4:30 at the latest.
Oof.
Yeah. Maybe earlier, honestly.
You gonna have dinner again for me for tomorrow?
No.
Oh, okay. Fun fact, I've never come here.
Gordy Ross says we should have Anthony on more, and me and you should go watch Jeopardy.
Okay. Gordy's on the stuff.
He's on something. Clearly he's not working.
There's one thing that I took out of the Nick Philman interview that I'm a little upset about. I have never come here to do
a barbecue truck
to LDE, and there was a barbecue truck here. So
and you never will. So get that out of your head.
Fail. Absolute fail.
Unless Anthony makes some, what does he got now? A pellet cooker smoker?
Oh, pellet smoker. Yeah.
He's on that thing a lot. So is Gordy, though. Gordy and him can have a smoke off. We'll be taste testers.
Rich Reinhardt says, we are headed to Georgetown tomorrow. So
that's a dreadful drive, but good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I love Georgetown.
I only like it because your sister lives there.
We had such a good time with me, you, and my sister. When my sister and I get together, we are like, I don't know, we're like two 12-year-old schoolgirls cackling all the time. We're laughing and joking and acting silly. We get along very, very well. You got an education that night.
That's what I went for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went.
It was good stuff.
It was good. Joe's invited to the cookout next year.
Sweet.
There you go.
I'm in with the posse. Thanks, Aunt.
How about that?
That's so cool. Can we have one sooner?
Tomorrow. A prelude.
Yeah. That's good stuff. And so according to the old clock on all, it's 7:44. We might be able to dash out of here a minute early.
It went quick.
It went very quick. It was very informative. It was a great show, really all the way around. And again, we mentioned this at the top of the show, and we thank these guys. I'm going to thank them again, and watch for these guys. Peyton's Pit Stop, Tyler's Racing Roundup. Yeah, I couldn't get that out right away. And Nikki, Nikki and Fred Fletcher with the Wide Open Wednesday.
Business is going to start racing in 2 weeks because I'm towing his car to New York for him.
Okay, nice. So Corey Edelman he'll start putting some stuff out.
Yeah.
I I talked to Mike Esterly not too long ago. Mike wants to start putting maybe some power rankings together for
His
slingshots.
daughter Lily's running really well.
She's
fourth in points at Kutztown.
She had 2 wins in a row.
She got a nice fancy suit with our logo on.
Just debuted that yesterday at Kutztown. That is a freshly designed suit for myself. It does carry the A logo on it. It also carries the Lowdown Entertainment logo on it.
Yep.
And they have a pretty cool sponsor, too, is Scoop DeVille Ice Cream.
On the back of that suit is an ice cream sponsorship.
Yes. And yet
How come we don't have one of those?
Well, how come we don't have any? And how come has Mike never brought any ice cream to us? Have you ever think about that?
Question.
Yeah. See, this is all working out here. So
Mike Roselli's in the house. Gabe Boldzar's in the house.
Good to see you guys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any last words of wisdom?
Man, I'm just thankful that tomorrow the weather is going to look good.
All
week it looked like dog crap for tomorrow's event, and
it's meant to be, brother.
It was meant to be. We even discussed possible rain date. But yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
should be a fun night. I like the format. It's drivers may not like it, but you know what?
They'll get over it.
Earn it, baby.
Yeah, they'll get over it. This is the way this works.
I'm anxious to see my kid in the field. See how it works out.
He's never driven a mini mod before, has he? Or
last
has he?
Year.
Okay,
last
so he
year,
has some seat time in the mini mod.
He drove it last year, and at the very end of the night, he said, "I finally learned how to drive this thing." And then he said, "Man, I hope I remember how to drive that thing."
Oh, so it took him all night just to get acclimated to the car, because they're not suspended, correct?
They are not. You're riding on your arch.
It's basically a 600 mod, like cut in half, long way, and not suspended for the most. It's like the same size. It's almost like the same size body and everything like that. So power plant wise, what is in?
I think they're
a mini mod.
206 Predator motors.
Oh, is that right?
It's like a Harbor Freight motor.
Okay, so the engines are not that expensive.
Me if I'm wrong, Gary, but I think it's a very affordable class.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The only suspension you got is air pressure
and your ass cheeks
and your cheeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to let you do some sponsorship stuff here, because much like the Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week, a lot of people come in there to make that happen. We have a lot of people here to make this happen for us.
For sure. Like we say every night, we could not do any of this without the following people that are in our corner: Smith Fabrications, Richie Smith and the Stage 1 Modifieds, Laney Lick Racing, Pioneer Pole Building, Bears Inferno Armor. I will have plenty of Inferno Armor in stock tomorrow. We have the Inferno Armor Dash, and we have the L&L Mini Mod Madness. Sublimited Racewear, who's about to make Corey's new suit. We thank them. Aqueduct Water Transport, Todd Bear. Roy Danner Paving, Weichel Sportswear, who came out with a little design this week. We're going to be getting some hats made.
Yes, they're going to be kind of sexy.
I know the guy that designed them. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. It's my pleasure, sir.
CTC Construction, that's Tad Cox and his son Colin racing down there in Georgetown tomorrow night. Haddesty's Ace Hardware, our good friend Peyton Renninger. VersaLift East, it's Gary and the boys there. They take care of us for everything we need for sticker-wise and
our
everything
liquor
else.
stickers.
Yeah. TSL Shocks, they had Anthony hooked up this past weekend. Roselli Racing, we wish you good luck. Hyper Speed Weeks. And Elliot's Custom Trailers and Carts.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it all without you.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys. What is Gordy up to now? Put your dad's wallet in your right rear pocket for stagger, Anthony.
Jesus Lord.
See,
that'd be reverse stagger, buddy.
Gordy has everything figured out.
He should be our crew chief.
He should be. Or at least have him come around for entertainment purposes.
With Tad and the boys.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he was in Victory Lane with Richie Rich and Colin.
Well, then maybe it's not Rich that's making the car.
Gordy.
It's Gordy. See, I didn't know Gordy was in there too. I was giving Richie Rich all the credit.
Yep.
We always had a good time with Richie Rich when it was us three up here.
Absolutely.
You know, and Rich kind of, and there's absolutely no hard feelings whatsoever. Rich
don't like us.
He doesn't like us. Had the opportunity to go help Colin, and at the time, Colin was not old enough to race here in Pennsylvania, so he was forced to race elsewhere. So, and we get it. It was Richie's deal, to helping Tad all those years, and now he's in here with Colin and everything. But Rich was always a very good interviewer, and I hope he's not listening because I'm saying really nice stuff about.
Oh crap! He said if Gordy wears the Hoosier shirt, you will win.
Oh, there it is. There it is. No, but Rich, we miss you here, man. That's you always were a good interview and always good for a good time and laughing. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, I see our producers ready to hit that off button there. Right there. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Anthony, we appreciate you being on. We wish you luck for the rest of the season. Nick Philman, awesome job. Thank you, everybody that reached out to us in chat. And we appreciate all you guys. Richie says back at you. Appreciate all you guys tuning in once again. And keep checking out Lowdown Entertainment Facebook page because there's shows on, there's lives on there, there's going to be press releases. You never know what's happening, so just keep up with us.
Get out to a Hyperspeed Week 600 show to the next week.
Take in at least one, especially if you've never ever seen one before. These young men and women put on an amazing show.
24 starting spots, 100 cars.
Yes. When you're taking 75% of the field and they're sending them home, it's legit, man. It's tough. It's for real. So with that being said, get to the races. From all of us here at Lowdown Entertainment, we wish you a good night and God bless.